Well, what's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an ancestor read for the sign of Taurus. This is a word from from the ancestors reading. Okay, Taurus, you guys are first this week on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. Your girl's been busy. I took a break yesterday just to, have some me time, if you will, and also kind of working on stuff in my shop. So, your girl's hands have been busy, okay, cooking and stuff like that. As y'all know, if you haven't seen the Heart's Desire reading talking about indulgence, just been stockpiling some soups this week so I can have some standby meals when I don't feel like cooking really heavy. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into y'all's reading. Okay, so as you know, this is a pyramid spread, no other clarifiers except for the cards that we have. Okay, so starting from the very top, already shuffled a row of 3 cards here in the second row, focusing on what you want and not what you don't want, and centering yourself with 3 cards. Third row here is 5 cards, talking about the change that might be occurring within your life right now. If you've gotten used to this spread already, you know that the center row of the pyramid is primarily you, okay? Left side is feminine energy, right side is masculine energy. In the event that it comes up during your reading, I will specify it. The last row is a row of 7 cards, which is talking about having strength within your situation, okay? And then we will look at the bottom of the deck. Hopefully you guys can see the whole spread here. I try to angle it as best as possible so that way you guys can see. Okay, so hopefully you can see the spread pretty well. All right, I'll still hold the cards up as you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, Taurus, with the top card here with Temperance. Okay, even when I used to watch tarot before I started my channel, Temperance used to come out a lot with a couple of readers, with spreading the word of patience, okay, with Temperance, okay, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, passing water between one cup to another, okay, with a crown or castle, if you will, pathway leading to kind of like a promised land, okay. And so Taurus, you are needing to have patience, okay. You may feel like someone or certain people are testing your patience, and so, and I don't, it may not be purposely testing your patience, but that's how it feels, okay. You could be dealing with a lot of impatience right now, okay. So let's see what's going on here. So we have the 5 of Swords, okay, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords in this deck kind of gives that feeling, and usually per the regular writer's weight is someone holding a sword with 4 swords down and someone's back turned, and the other one looking back at them. It's talking about some form of defeat, okay? And so you could feel defeated about something, or you could have had some kind of communication with someone where it caused some kind of disturbance, if you will, maybe some kind of disappointment, in the sense of debate, if you will, okay? So some form of communication that ended up in some kind of debating or disagreement. That's the word I want to use. Disagreement, if you will. Okay. And so maybe you've been going back and forth with this person with kind of repeating yourself over and over again and pretty much giving them the same response. Okay. So someone maybe not wanting the response that they've been getting from you. Okay. Now, you do have this Four of Wands. Okay. Four of Wands underneath the Temperance. Okay. Now, it could be a situation if we're looking at just these three cards alone here. Okay. Kind of like a backwards L at the top of your pyramid. It could be patience in the sense of a relationship. Okay. Waiting to make a connection with someone, possibly with this Five of Swords coming up. Maybe you feel defeated in a relationship that you possibly, wanted, and it's either slow moving or not coming at all, or you're in it right now and you guys have a lot of disagreements on certain things. Okay. Could be in reference to marriage. Okay. If you're talking about marriage with someone and they're kind of indifferent about it. Okay. You're more of a traditionalist where they may not be so traditional, and they need more time, or maybe they don't believe in it. Okay. And so right now you're asked to have patience with this particular situation. However, you could be growing out of it, based off of you may feel like you're getting too old to be constantly dealing with the same type of people that you've been dating for so long. Okay. And maybe it's time for you to consider, if you've ever taken a break in between relationships, to really kind of reevaluate what it is that you want out of a relationship. Okay. So let's move forward. We're not going to get too far into it, otherwise we'll be here all night. Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Earth energy here coming out right after the Four of Wands. Okay. So Five of Swords, Four of Wands with Eight of Pentacles. You're really working diligently to kind of be in this relationship for some of you. Okay. For others of you, you're starting to put your focus more so towards work. Okay. And not so much thinking about a relationship. You're pretty much possibly doing exactly like I was just saying, working on yourself. Okay. In order to get to this Four of Wands. Now, for others of you, it could just be about maybe more stability for you, because everyone likes to think of the Four of Wands as like the Union card, the 1111 card. 1111 in the sense of enlightenment. Okay. Enlightenment in the sense of what it is that you truly want. Maybe you want some stability for yourself. Okay. Because Four of Wands, when you think about the wands in a series within the Rider-Waite, you start with a Page of Wands and it leads up to 2 and then 3. And we talk about creating a foundation, okay, and stability. Now, Nine of Pentacles is also a form of stability, but in finances and within a worth of yourself. You want real stability, a formation of possibly maybe getting a house for yourself. Okay. You're now starting to maybe think of independence in a sense. Okay. Is also what I'm feeling for some of you Tauruses. Okay. So kind of embracing that independent lifestyle. Now, you have this Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Diagonal from the Five of Swords. Okay. So again, kind of in this regal kind of standpoint with the Queen of Cups. Okay. Very mature energy. And that's possibly where you're headed or you are now, in the sense of, you know what, I don't have time for immaturity, especially if that's what you've possibly been dating lately. If that's been kind of in your repertoire or your routine, is a lot of immaturity. You're in this Queen of Cups energy where you're like, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. in the sense of, you need someone more mature. Okay, you need someone on your level. And again, like I said, some independent type status. Okay, but cups is also talking about feelings. So again, in emotions, which maturity comes in with that. Okay, you're not irrational anymore. You're very sound in your thoughts, and you know exactly what it is that you want, okay, when it comes to receiving emotions from someone else. Okay, so we have the moon card. Okay, Pisces energy coming up underneath the 5 of Swords. Okay, this coming up underneath the 5 of Swords is talking about something being hidden. Okay, it could be someone's true motives being hidden. Okay, if they had an ulterior motive, okay, in doing what they did, there's something hidden in regards to this disagreement. Okay, whether it be some information that was left out, some form of half truths. Okay, um, also, with this Queen of Cups being right next to it, to the left of the Moon card, it feels as though, again, like I said, you're probably on the grind right now. You're, shielding yourself from really diving into your emotions, and are just, again, diligently on this 8 of Pentacles tip, working on yourself, working or considering just focusing on work, whatever can keep your mind off of this relationship. Okay, but there is something hidden between this disagreement or possible separation between you and another person. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is next. Okay, underneath the 4 of Wands and Temperance. Okay, this is usually talking about, the Wheel of Fortune talks about a change, okay, or cycles, or phase kind of changing, or the world is primarily the card of completion of a phase. Wheel of Fortune is talking about change, okay? And so someone may have changed their mind in regards to, marriage or union, okay? Which could be you. Like I said, you started focusing more on a professional standpoint instead of worrying about a relationship. Okay, your mind can be elsewhere. There's other things that you're trying to accomplish right now, and maybe love can be put on hold for a while. Okay, um, there could have been some form of a change in a relationship, because I'm primarily, energetically guided to look at this 5 of Swords, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune together. Okay, and so it feels as though there was some kind of change within a dynamic that caused you to now focus on work. Okay, so let's move on to the next card in your pyramid, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands is up underneath this 8 of Pentacles and looking towards this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, player-like energy usually is associated with the Knight of Wands because it's fire energy. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, possibly this 8 of Wands could have been either, playing with your emotions in a sense, or kind of leading you on, or with it being up underneath this 8 of Pentacles, always kind of working or busy. Okay, in regards to a relationship that some of you Tauruses may have. Okay, and maybe that Knight of Wands has changed his energy up, in the sense of, at the time, no thoughts about union were really on their mind. Okay, maybe they were just focused on work and just having a good time. Again, this moon energy is talking about, I can't stop looking at this 5 of Swords and this moon energy. Okay, a lot of hidden unknowns. Okay, because maybe there were questions asked and no answers given. Okay, because something's been hidden. Okay, so let's move forward to the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Like I said, not getting the answers that you want. Okay, with this Two of Pentacles, you've possibly been back and forth. This person has possibly been back and forth about, whether or not to make something official, or you wondering whether or not to keep dealing with them. Okay, the reason why I say that is because Queen of Cups is here on this side on the left, feminine energy, not just within the card, but I'm talking about on the left side. Remember what I stated at the beginning. Left side is feminine energy, right side is masculine energy. You have both of those within you. Okay, now if you're having some cross watching going on tonight, it could be your person's energy trying to cross watch on you, see what's going on, as far as making plans towards you. I would highly suggest against that if you are cross watching on any sign. Okay, people have free will. Things can obviously change from the time that you watch this reading to the time that, again, Wheel of Fortune being here, pun intended, things can possibly change. Okay, and so you have to be mindful. And if you're coming here to see what Taurus is up to, or any sign for that matter, your energy is going to be within the reading. Okay, and so you won't get clear messages. You'll get primarily your thoughts instead of Taurus or any other sign. Okay, so do what you will. Do what you will. But me personally, cross watching can get you messed up. Okay, now when it comes to tarot, now the reason why I say you're back and forth about it is because, like I said, Queen of Cups on this side, on your feminine energy side, and then you have masculine energy, which on this side, which is, meshing together, causing that indifference, causing that, unknown, if you will, and do I, don't I, what should I do type vibe. Okay, diagonal from this Eight of Pentacles. Okay, where you have choices in what you want to pay attention to: your love life or work life, professional life. Okay, do you want to keep working towards something? Okay, whether it be professionally or romantically. Okay, so this is what's going on with this. All right, same could be said about this Knight of Wands. Okay, whether or not they still want to be in a player like energy, or if they have room for a relationship, right now or in the past. Okay, because usually Knight of Wands is also associated with someone that you're dealing with from the past. Okay, so this could be past energy, of a person that you're dealing with, but doesn't necessarily have to be, but it's just an honorable mention. Okay, so let's move on to the next card, going down to this bottom row, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant, which to me stands for, marriage card, if you will, more so than the Four of Wands, because you have a judge here with two people standing in front of them. Okay, and so at some point in time, someone may either have a choice between two people. Okay, or maybe someone is starting to think about marriage, thus this going back to this Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, you have it diagonal from the Queen of Cups, which someone could be having dreams about getting married or wanting to be married. Okay, and possibly that is the next step that you believe is the next level of commitment for you. Okay, you may have everything on your checklist, such as career, finances, all doing great, friends, whatever is important to you in your life right now. The last thing you're looking at is a higher level of commitment in your relationship. Okay, and so again, that question may have been posed and may have not been posed. Okay, just depends on your situation. Okay, so next we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is air energy. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Honorable mentions if you're dealing with one of those signs or you have it in your birth chart. Okay, it's coming up underneath the Queen of Cups and charging towards this Hierophant. Okay, so with this little section here, okay, someone is charging forth with some communication, okay, in regards to maybe breaking up a union, okay, possibly, all right, um, where it possibly was kind of like a rational type of communication, okay, where you probably lost or snapped somewhere, okay, Taurus, because you got impatient, okay, not getting either any communication at all with this Five of Swords, okay, or someone not explaining or justifying themselves, okay, and that could be a situation with this Hierophant, someone not justifying themselves, okay. However, it also could lead to someone trying to stop someone else, and it could be you, from getting into another relationship if you've been away or separate from someone, okay. They are nervous about you moving on, possibly, okay. So that is what I feel with that. Let's see what happens with the rest of these cards. 5 more to go in your pyramid, okay. So we now have the Ace of Swords, okay, Ace of Swords underneath the Moon card, okay, and the Five of Swords, okay. So I can take this in kind of like twofold if I'm looking at the Ace of Swords with the Five of Swords, okay, because you have double sword energy opposing both sides of the moon, okay, above and below, okay. And so you can have possibly some reflecting to do, or there's been some multiple reflecting, because I'm minusing 1 sword from this Five of Swords, which will leave 4, which is reflection, okay, on a particular situation, trying to figure out that which is hidden, okay. And then on the flip side of things, you could add this sword to that Five of Swords in a sense of finally getting to figure out what's going on, or not, in deciding to move on, okay. Because why continue to waste your time on someone who's not trying to give you, any type of information. However, if we look at the Ace of Swords by itself, it is talking about some very important communication or swift movement in a sense, okay. I consider the Ace of Swords to be very forthright, very honest, and very truthful, okay. And you could possibly take that truth that someone finally decided to release, and take it as, either the closure or explanation. Finally, an explanation comes that removes this moon energy of hiding things, okay, or providing half truths, and now you start getting the whole truth, okay. The disagreement could possibly have a justification or reasoning behind someone's explanation, or not giving everything, okay. Basically could be about fears, okay. When you're looking at this Five of Swords, I'll hold it back up again. Like I said, you have one person with their back turned, one person looking at them with a sword in their hand, might be afraid to get cut based off of what is said, okay. And so it was a situation of, either not saying anything at all, or giving a half truth in a sense and hiding the rest, okay, or not taking the time to defend themselves in regards to what you may have perceived, okay. And so there is some ultimate truth being revealed, okay, out of this moon energy, okay. Let's move forward, Taurus, to 10 of Cups. Okay, 10 of Cups. If you've been watching long enough, any tarot and not just me, but 10 of Cups is wish fulfillment. Okay, that is coming up underneath the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, next to this Ace of Swords, possibly someone saying, you know what, I know exactly what I want now. I've had time to reflect. I've had time to think. I know I was fearful in the past, but now, this is what I truly want. Okay. Then it could also be you saying to yourself after this Temperance, this center line is you, Taurus, and your thought process of, when is my time coming? When am I going to get this 10 of Cups energy? I know it's there. I feel it. Maybe you've seen synchronicities of 10, 10, 11, 11, triple fives, triple threes. If you don't know what any of those mean, by all means, I really highly suggest that you go and research them. Okay. I know I've been seeing it quite frequently myself, in regards to 1010, talking about a positive awakening happening. Okay. As you are reflecting, you see that number coming up. There's something that you're going to be awakened to. Okay. Whether it be your true feelings towards someone, 1111 meaning that union possibly coming with your divine counterpart, taking its time. Okay. And the reason why it's taking its time, Taurus, is because you both have to be on the same mindset as the other. Okay. So if one is fearful of marriage but the other one is all for it, you're not in alignment with your divine counterpart. They have to understand and see what the benefits of marriage are for themselves, and not just marriage as a whole, but marriage with you. Okay. And that's what they have to see on their own time. You can't force them to. You can give them all kinds of pros, cons. You can give them all the positives in the world. You can give them examples, and it still will not move them because they feel a certain way about it. Okay. And you're kind of in that Leo energy from a couple of months back. So Tauruses, if you know your birth chart, you may have Leo in it. Okay. Because Leo was kind of battling with this like a couple of months ago. Okay. And so you may want to go look at Leo's videos. Like I said, a few months back, I can't remember what month, but it was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And I believe it was the ancestor reads before they changed to the pyramid, and possibly general read as well. Okay. So let's get into these last 3 cards so we can wrap up your reading. You guys are going into super extended mode, okay? But I don't mind. It's to help you guys, okay? So we have the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess underneath the Knight of Wands, okay? Underneath the Knight of Wands, looking at this 10 of Cups, okay? I feel as though with this High Priestess, looking at the 10 of Cups, it's like you know that you can have this, okay? Whether it be with the person that you've been dealing with, or just feeling it coming in your grasp. It's the last thing that you truly want, okay? It's the last thing that you want. It's the last thing on your list, okay? That in which is the last on your list is usually the hardest thing to get, okay? If you already have the relationship, but you're aiming towards career, you're going to have to put in the work, okay? Point blank, period. Anything worth having, you have to work towards, okay? The same goes for this Knight of Wands, okay? This Knight of Wands knows that you are very diligent, okay? That you are consistent, okay? And that they need to change their mindset, okay? In order to have this with you, because they are possibly starting to get on the same level mindset as you, okay? They're kind of possibly seeing things from your perspective as well. Now, even though that's Hangman status, it can be High Priestess as well, okay? To try, especially when it's divine counterparts, okay? you start feeling strongly about it, and like I said, having more positive thoughts in regards to having a union with someone, your divine counterpart will start blending with you, okay, mentally. All right. Next, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords. It's crazy how the Swords energy has really reduced. Okay, from Five of Swords to a Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords to now the Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords right up underneath the Two of Pentacles is, kind of again talking about that going back and forth, having their own internal conversations of, maybe slowly but surely making their way back to you, Taurus, okay, in regards to, light communication, light movement that's very flighty, okay, as it, like I said, air energy, okay, possibly cutting down this Two of Pentacles to a one to finally make some form of an offer, okay, after they keep going back and forth with themselves, okay, because there's still this slight negative energy possibly around them, in the sense of having negative thoughts around, coming back towards you, okay, because of that particular fear that they may have of this marriage, okay. Next, though, we have the Six of Wands, which is victory, okay. A victory in the sense of which I do like. It's away from this Page of Swords, but this Hierophant on the other end, on the left side, and then the Six of Wands, speaking of victory, is talking about a union finally happening, okay? And you will finally get what it is that you are asking for, okay, Taurus? It's just all about you. Again, you kind of go up the pyramid and deal with this patience, okay? Distract yourself, do whatever it is, get back into possibly heavy work mode, if you will, and start focusing on other things that are a little bit more important than that, okay? Because you don't want to get into that codependency trap, okay, of needing this person. Wanting them and needing them is totally different situations. Wanting someone is because you love them and you want to be with them and you know that they are your person. Needing them in your life is codependent, okay? You need to start doing other things and finding other ways to create that void of that person not being there. So that way, not to be nonchalant towards them, but just to say, like, look, I've been pretty busy, not really thinking about the whole situation. I know what the conversation was that we had, but I'm kind of over it. Whenever you decide you want what I want, then you can let me know. But until that time, I got work to do, okay? That's my advice to you, okay? That way it keeps you from, losing your mind, thinking about what they're doing and, if they're ever going to come around. You have other victories to get to right now, okay? So, again, we have Three of Swords underneath, okay? And it's on the opposite side of this Temperance. And that's because, like I just said, if you sit here and focus too much energy towards this person, you will drive yourself insane and constantly worrying and things of that nature, okay? We're going to look up underneath the Three of Swords, and I feel like this is kind of giving an insight to what's happening all in this pyramid. Being left out in the cold, okay? Not knowing exactly what's been going on with this person, some form of separation, okay? Some form of sorrow in regards to this relationship, okay? So feeling this Five of Pentacles, like I said, feeling left out in the cold, and maybe this person may also feel left out in the cold because of the fact that you're not focused on them right now. You're dealing with other stuff, okay? You do have the Seven of Cups up underneath that, like I said, refocusing your energy, okay, and not focusing on them, okay, which is when a Taurus stops putting their attention towards you, you need to be very mindful, okay? Because it could lead to you either getting left by the Taurus, okay? For cross watchers, if you made it all the way to the end, it may lead to you being left out in the cold because they have other things to work on, okay? They don't have time. Taurus, you don't have time to be sitting up here twiddling your thumbs waiting on somebody to make a conformed decision when they already know exactly what they want. They're just scared of it, okay? So keep yourself busy. As you can see, this 8 of Pentacles is right underneath that 7 of Cups. Keep yourself busy. Find other things to possibly do until this person comes back to you, okay? So with that being said, Taurus, that's all that I have for you guys this evening. We have one more reading for you guys this week, plus the energy shout out. And so until then, peace.